combat, some interesting routing decisions. I always enjoy when racers kind of go against the grain of what we tend to see.
There we go. Crim's got his name gone, and here we are underway. Let's get this race going. We see a wood sword picked up for both of these runners. Panulphe, well, was going to do an up and A. I don't know if he's got a second controller set up for him. There we go. Now does so. Now we see... It looks like Panulphe is going to be attacking the level 3 area first. And oh, we got Wizrobes, we got Pole's Voice, we've got Dark Nuts in the overworld. So this is going to be a dangerous overworld. And yikes! What a welcoming committee on this path to level 1.
Yep, these racers are going to want to get into the dungeons and stay in there as long as they can. Hopefully the enemies inside aren't as bad as the enemies outside.
At least that is a better entrance to level 1. Just had to walk past that one screen. So we did immediately find level 7 at level 3 and level 1 or level 8 at level 1. So the 7-8 combo here coming into play. Let's see what we do here. Panulphe is trying to find a way to get the door to open up. Unfortunately, nothing seems to be opening up for him, so he's going to have to walk away and try something else at this point in time. Crim trying to stab down these red Lionels. One came down onto him.
Yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention to see how they've rolled HP-wise, but it looks like Panulphe is going to get some info. Check out a couple of these shops. Locate where the bomb shop and where that blue candle shop is.
Well, the thing that Crim is trying to do at this point, level 8 has 2 items. So let's try to figure out what it is. We do have Armos statue. Oh, Panulphe got the double Armos to reveal himself at that point. That's always tough when you end up having that happen because he ended up poking the Armos at just the right time that caused it to come out at the very same time. But it did turn out to be a heart container. So Armos item is a heart.
Crimson gets the Kananaki. Very nice. But immediately ladder blocked. Yikes.
Yeah,
he's going to take out this Moldorm.
Hopefully he remembers to go back to the door. He wants to see if there's a drop in this room more than anything else at this point. There is no drop. Panulphe gets into level 8. Going to do the up and A thing.
And an immediate Triforce, but another key door. So we're ladder blocked and or key locked out of the rest of this level 8. But both runners almost in sync, grabbing a Triforce piece.
Yeah, looks like Crim's going to be walking away. Panulphe is going to get some bad news real soon in regards to what this level 8 has in store. Let's see if he tries to pull off the Kananaki.
Oh, and just like Crimson, taking a death here in level 8.
Yeah, this might be a case where you see that and you end up walking away. We'll see if Panulphe decides to stick around any bit longer. Crim wants to find out if the Armos is going to be over there, but unfortunately walks into something that would kill him on one shot at that point, and we'll go back to start of the stage. Not a friendly overworld with those Wizrobes, not a friendly overworld with those Dark Nuts. You throw them together, that's some nasty screens.
You forgot about the bunnies.
Yeah, you know, we mentioned this yesterday, or we mentioned this at some point. Getting Wizrobes and Pole's Voice are really rough for the overworld. And you want to know why?
They don't die to bombs?
Well,
I guess Wizrobes do.
Wizrobes do, but the big problem is that the blue Wizrobes and the Pole's Voice, they can really screen scroll pretty well. And so, therefore, you could be trying to set yourself up for a right to left or a left to right screen scroll. And here comes a bunny from one side to the other. Dead. Panulphe trying to get some bombs. Does not. Crim taking going away from the Forgotten Spot area.
Ooh. Looks like Crim is headed up to Vanilla level 9. Very out of the ordinary.
Might as well at this point. You've seen what this overworld can do. You have a level 8 you really can't touch at this point in time. Hopefully you can get yourself into a direction. Now you see Panulphe, what he ended up doing was he reset back into level 8 to reset these blue Octoroks to give him a chance of getting some bombs off them. Does get lucky, gets the RNG to work into his favor. And let's see what we have at level 9 this time around.
Vanilla. So that's some information, but a little bit of time loss as CrimsonAvix is going to choose a different direction now.
I'm surprised he's not just doing an up and A and save, but I think he wants to get back to that Armos area.
To answer a question in chat, the Armos item was under the vanilla blue ring shop.
And you know the interesting thing is about what we just discovered here, the arrows being those 64 rupees. Bombs 18, that's not bad. But what the big thing is that we learn about this is with the Bull's voice in the overworld, it lessens the urgency of getting those arrows. As we find level 4 at the level 6 spot.
Yep, both of our runners taking a very similar route.
And we got Gorias in this level, which is a whole welcoming sight after seeing the Lionels in level 8.
Unfortunately, that push block does not push. Are we key locked at a level 4 as well?
Yeah,
unless there's a bomb hole.
But yeah, you're right. There could be a bomb hole. But I have a feeling this could be a very segmented level 4 based on that whole upper right-hand start to this level.
You know, at this point, seeing all these blocks, I might be tempted to hit up a large secret or two and just purchase a couple keys.
And we see Crim deciding to save at this point. Panulphe is about to get the unwelcoming news about what is in store for him over at level 9 in just a moment. As Crim's about to get the news that what's over at level 7. Or rather, it's at level 3, but he's now going to go get the medium secret on his way over. So we have not seen the candle, which means it's in the vanilla candle shop. $31 for the bid secret.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Panulphe down to a half of a heart. Wants to get himself into the level 9 spot. And unfortunately, levers are not necessarily what you want to see at this stage. Now, Crim comes in with bombs. That's a little bit of a difference than what we have seen from Panulphe. Panulphe ended up walking in. He didn't have any bombs, so he couldn't bomb this north wall here, which leads to a staircase. And we finally find, what is that weird thing in the upper right-hand corner?
I believe that is a key.
Those are keys?
Ooh,
and we got the bow.
It's a very nice find for CrimsonAvix just a few minutes into the seed.
Really good information. And
oh, he's gonna spend his bomb.
Spend a bomb, which is an interesting decision. I mean, it's a Lionel set here in the 7. So that means both 7 and 8 are Lionel sets. That could be interesting for combat as Crim gets sniped trying to walk over towards that right door.
Yeah, interesting isn't the word I would use. Oh, and Panulphe getting boxed into that corner by those blue Wizrobes. Yikes.
He wanted to get into that take any spot, and unfortunately the blue Wizrobe said no. The best way you're going to want to get into that spot when it's surrounded by the blue Wizrobes like that is to come from above. Come from the screen above and then empty down. That way the blue Wizrobes are going to be set in a way that you can get that bomb down with the less problems.
You see these Zulls and Gels rolling vanilla, or down to 0, or
well,
the gels could roll down.
Yeah, we don't know anything about the gels just yet. And the gels that we're seeing are the gels that are splitting here. There's a difference than the small gels that we will see separate from the other enemies here. That's a 5 drop right there. Panulphe gets his heart to put him up to 5. And again, that was inhibiting the come from the top down strategy right there. And hi, Goma. Remember that thing we said about arrows? This would be the exception to the rule. Panulphe just tried to bully his way through a screen of deadly enemies. And deadly was what happened.
Yeah, traveling along the south coast over to the ladder spot can be a bit dangerous depending on what enemies are down there.
So we can find Boss Rush City here in this level 7. 7 does tend to have that because of how many... And we do see the second item at least, Magic Boomerang.
Yeah, so Crim is out of here. He's got those items, and he's going to come back when he has maybe some more hearts, some better combat. All done at a level 7 for now.
Yeah, finding that Magic Boomerang is a really good thing because then you can say, hey, I've already seen both items in here. The only reason I'm coming back in here is to get the Triforce, and I'm going to have myself geared up. I have to come back this direction anyway because of whatever's going to be at the Recorder Lake. I'm going to wait until I'm at that point in this run before doing so.
And it seems like the key to this seed, at least early on, is head east.
So Panulphe is not heading to Vanilla level 2, which is what I thought he may have made his route at this point, and he's going to make a liar out of me now, isn't he? Because I thought he was about ready to make his way towards the white sword item. Find out what's going on there. Crim's going to go this direction, but it's going to get the really sad news of what is awaiting him over at the Coast Heart screen.
He might be able to sneak past. Let's see what he does.
So Panulphe, actually, I know what Panulphe's up to right now. He wants to get this medium secret, because that will put him at definitely enough rupees. And you see how that Pulse voice clipped into the HUD? That's that thing I was telling you about how they have better screen scrolling abilities than you and I do.
Yep, in all 4 directions.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Panulphe now with 72 rupees. He does not which can be a nice source of bombs, but the problem is they take a lot of hits to kill. As we see Crim trying to get the remaining rupees he needs in order to make his candle purchase. He's got 61, he needs 66.
It does look like the Gibdos are just the vanilla 7 hit points, but as you mentioned, even in vanilla, it takes a few stabs to take them out. And here's our first staircase in 6.
Yeah, no guarantee that this is going to be the item. You see Panulphe clearing this room out in case it has a drop. This case it does not. It is a transport staircase. This 6 looks like it could be a very good, convenient room to, or dungeon to do in go mode because of shortness, but we are still missing all of our key items in order to beat this game as Panulphe is trying to play the Red Lamola Shuffle.
You gotta make the right moves, but you can outrun these suckers. I'm trying to get into clipping into the block.
Crim is now going to be heading on over towards the right-hand side here where the 100 secret does lie.
Oh, no.
As Panulphe unfortunately takes the death to the Lamola.
I was really close to clipping in that block, but 1 frame too many.
And so here we are on the top right. We see what the large secret's going to be. 98. Almost vanilla.
Yep, just shy. But given that we know where all 3 of those are guaranteed, we should have plenty of money. As CrimsonAvix shown off again in the HUD.
Yeah, this is another convenient place to go into the HUD. He's going to head on over towards the level 5 area. We have yet to see levels 1, 2, and 5, so the 2/3 chance that we have a very good setup ahead. And Crim is stuck. He has soft locked.
Yeah, that is one of the dangers of scrolling around up there. The way I believe the HUD works is there's a mirror of the top, I think 3 or 4 pixels, or not pixels, tiles up there. So if you can traverse on the top row, you can generally traverse through the HUD. But it is easy to get stuck. Panulphe taking another death due to these terrible overworld enemies we got.
Yeah, he has now decided to leave that level 6 behind, probably figuring that he needs to get some better resources at this stage. At this point, knowing what we have on the overworld, it might be a very good idea for both of these runners, or at least if these runners would like to do so to better their chances of survival, start saving up some rupees. We find level 2 at the 5 location, which remains 1 and 5 as our item blocked dungeons this seed.
And I wholeheartedly agree. If I was playing this seed, the blue ring would be one of the first things on my mind.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find a red ring here in 2. Well, if we do find a wooden
banana.
boomerang. And Crim is burning the wooden boomerang. Maybe as an homage to one of his dear friends, the Greenleaf Effect, but either way, that banana has been burnt. And it looks like Crim Keyblocked is going to be leaving this level. Check to see what we have at the white sword item. Panulphe is going to get up there as well. We have Fliz Robes and we have Dark Nuts guarding the way to this white sword item. And it looks like Panulphe is going to get there first, especially since Crim took the death. It's the Power Bracelet, which is going to make at least getting back to that area a little better.
Just another overworld death. Crimson has to be feeling a little bit of salt.
Oh yeah, that's Steph in the salt. Because you know he's gonna want to get back there. He's key blocked out of several dungeons. He's ladder blocked out of several dungeons. In his eyes, this could easily be a very required item that he's going to see. Now he's going to do what I mentioned just a few moments ago. Start to pick up some rupees and HUD clip.
Yeah, if I was him, I might be on my way to a key shop.
Yeah, unfortunately, Panulphe is going to find himself key blocked in this level 2 in just a moment here, unless we find a path that you can go around. Now, the rule is regarding the map is that the map can not be behind any bomb walls or minimal bomb walls, but that doesn't mean that the dungeon can't be connected in other ways. As you can see, Panulphe found a way around by way of using his bombs.
That could be a game changer.
Especially if there's something big in here. There's the map right there, which gives us the idea of what we're looking for. Now, Panulphe needs more bombs, because there's a whole bunch of rooms to the north of this room right here.
But it does look like CrimsonAvix is tired of these overworld deaths and has made that investment of the blue ring.
He's back at 6 right now. We see the mixture of Vyres and Lionels and Wallmasters. Oh my. Not a lot of rooms here to the south here. Now, the good thing about the blue Lionel is that it is a bomb-dropping enemy, and Panulphe gets wall-mastered.
Oh, and CrimsonAvix finds the ladder on the floor in level 6.
Oh, he found a bomb all around. Combo. That's huge.
Almost always gonna need that ladder eventually. Triforce just sitting there on the floor. So now looking for a staircase item here in level 6.
Now the thing is, in regards to what we just saw from Crim, that is a ladder blocked candle, red candle, which you needed the candle to get in to get to the ladder. So you had to make the candle purchase. Or get the wand book, but we haven't seen either of those yet.
And finally, the keys are starting to drop. Ah, Rupee Boss, best boss.
Yeah, you gotta love the Rupee Boss. Panulphe would really love to see somebody drop some bombs, because that's a whole lot of rooms here in this too that he does not have access to. This is a nasty room, and it's more nasty because of the fact that you have the Lionels, which can shoot things at you, coupled with some really awful bubbles that really want to take away your ability to attack them.
And those Vyres are splitting up into some beefy keys.
Yeah, they ended up rolling 2 HP, which is never fun when you have keys that go 2 HP, especially the ones that split into 2. There's the bomb upgrade 105.
Yeah, unfortunately not enough money for that, but right underneath, we see a Gibdo who's eaten a key and a staircase, so this should be our item.
No, that's the other end of a transport staircase. Panulphe walking into this room here, taking some unfortunate bobs here by the enemies. Unfortunately, you can't even use the wooden boomerang that's a couple of rooms back to slow these things down, because keys are immune to the boomerang, because back when they created this game for those keys to be dispatched by a boomerang. They never gave them a stun movement at all. Panulphe hoping to get some drops out of this, but does not. Ooh. And I'm surprised that he opted not to get the Triforce, but maybe he's going to try to come back when he has some bombs in his arsenal.
CrimsonAvix staring down those danger noodles, almost got bopped by him, but luckily there was some water he could hang out on. I think these were the danger noodles that Panulphe died to a bit earlier.
See Panulphe walking into the shop, sees 231 for the blue ring, which is one off the minimum price that it can be.
Crim kind of blocking himself from using that key door. But I guess he's looking for a way around.
Panulphe getting some lucky bombs off the red whiz robes, which is part of what's good about them. Takes a bop by one of these stone traps. Has to be a little bit careful here.
Seeing Crim pause that, this is quite an ugly looking level 6.
6s usually are ugly. There are some that look a whole lot better than others, but 6 being the biggest dungeon of the first 6 usually does not take a great shape at all. As Crim picks up the Triforce out of 6, he has 3 Triforces, but more importantly, he does have the ladder, which is going to help things out in regards to how he's going to route things at this seed.
Yeah, he's got the ladder and the bow over Panulphe right now.
Yep. 2 major items that we need to beat this game. Still need the raft, still need the recorder, still need the silver arrows.
Crim also still needs to see what's in the White Sword Cave.
Yes, and he will get a little upset that he died before he could get to a power bracelet.
Yeah, while the game deems it an important item, these racers disagree.
And don't try to adjust your mouse on your screen right now. That is on Panulphe's side, as that finally moves off your screen. So as I mentioned at the start of this, 52 seed CrimsonAvix, 77 seed Panulphe. Panulphe hailing from France, one of our few French contingents in this seed, or in this tournament. Janeth, who played yesterday, or rather on, what was it, on Tuesday? Friday, whatever that day was, on Friday, being another one of those. It's good to see some of our runners be worldwide. I know King Dahl is from Sweden, and there's definitely some supporters for the Team Sweden out there. Crim burning the banana once again.
Yep, a fun game is a fun game, no matter what language you speak.
And there's Tom J barking out his Go Team Sweden as well. The crowd is enjoying this, and we're glad that you are here on Speed Gaming 3. As the old man says what we feel about you that are watching here on Speed Gaming 3, we appreciate you.
And up, level 2 is the ladder block.
Oh, heart container is the other item in 2. Panulphe never pulled that out. That unfortunately means that Panulphe is going to be chasing down these 2 Vyres, maybe trying to get something out of these 2. Spend a little extra time in this level. But that one room there with the combat was your heart container drop.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't think it's ladder blocked at this point. He's been in level 2 for
And
quite a
unfortunately,
while.
he's likely to think that at this point.
So it looks like Crim headed back. What was down here at level vanilla 6?
Level 6, we had level 4.
Now Crim armed with a few more keys than his first trip in. Let's see if he can't make some progress.
And this is a case where if he ended up grabbing that power bracelet, he could have made a faster trip on over to this level right now. As Panulphe does pull out the Triforce out of this level 2, maybe thinking the item is ladder blocked, but we know it is not. So level 4 had a Guerilla set, but we came across what seemed to be a key block early on, which prevented us from doing any further exploration. So now Crim being in here with 3 keys to his name as opposed to the none that was here as well.
Oh, wow.
Now you see, by the way, you see how this room has no drop?
Yep.
there's only one reason that this will be a forced room drop. That is for the map. So we're going to get the map in this room.
Valuable information. I learned so much when I commented.
And what a level 4 it is. So we know that it is leaning over towards the left. So if you tried to bomb a couple of the walls over here to the left, it is going to be the access to the remainder of the dungeon. So what ended up being the case is that the way that Fred had programmed shapes is that the Triforce room is going to be a drop room under most circumstances. The only reason why you have to kill a room for a drop in the Triforce room would be said map. That was the meat block, by the way, we saw earlier, so bait's not going to be required. This single block is going to be a staircase, very likely. We don't know if it's going to be the transport or the item to this level 4 since it is a segmented level.
I thought the rule was the first staircase is most likely going to be the transport, especially in shape.
And you are right, it is going to be the transport staircase as Panulphe now making his way over. I'm interested to see where he's planning on going. Looks like he's going to grab the Dark Forest, the Dead Woods 100 secret over here, or in this case, 98 rupee secret.
Yeah, the old guy in there, he must have forgot to carry the one a couple times.
He had a couple of pennies drop out of his pocket. 12 is our mid-low secret.
Tea room not dropping anything.
Yeah, which is interesting. Because you saw Crim finish that room off, and he was hoping to get a drop out of that one space over there.
Although I
on
guess
the bottom right.
There could be 2 tea rooms,
yeah.
If I recall a comment from Fred. It is technically possible that an entire dungeon is the same room, minus the entrance.
Mm-hmm. And it's likely we might end up seeing that.
That would be hilarious, a dungeon full of tea rooms.
No, let's not give Fred any ideas. I mean, there's people already talking about the one enemy set dungeon. Crim's gotta be careful here. Does take care of these gorillas, gets a key for his efforts.
And another double 5-block room, and no items in there.
This dungeon is definitely testing out your key or your bombs here. And we see another bomb drop. We have not seen either item inside of this level 4 yet. Panulphe ended up buying a key from what we've been told by our tracker working behind the scenes.
Crim really wanted that clock, but he got ate by that pancake first.
Yeah. Thankfully, he was able to pull up a clock. We do see a shabby room. This here could very well be a drop room. And he will dispatch of these 3 Gibdos. And gets a key for the drop. So we have yet to see either item here in this level 4 still.
Almost finished up with the segment. And running into ladder block after ladder block.
And this room's not going to be anything. So this bottom segment's been just a few keys, which has been nice. However, everything you want is on the upper part of this dungeon. Did you know a meat is a good snack for dungeon travels? I haven't been told yet, this seed.
I do love me some beef jerky.
Yeah, it's on sale at one of the shops here for 68 rupees, or 65 rupees, my notes say. Panulphe taking a death here in level 8. Crim continuing to try to work his way around this level 4. We get into this room. It is the compass. It is one room away.
It's very interesting. Level 8 was one of the first dungeons that we saw, but unfortunately, the runners weren't able to get any of the 3 items that were in here out.
Yeah, it was a very intensive combat level here, as we see Panulphe taking care of this Augmentus, gets a bomb drop for it.
Ooh, hello,
have a
Danger
blue
Noodle.
Lamolda here. Crim using his... Oh, barely. He got the heart. He was going to take the death if he didn't. That was close. And the
it's
red
the red
ring is the
ring.
reward for using the
Wow.
blue ring to keep him alive. He gets the red ring out of it.
Yeah, without that blue ring, there's no way he would have survived those noodles. And hey, look, there's some more. And
Yeah,
actually,
he's gonna walk by it. Rupee Boss guards the staircase.
I think those second pair of land molas are actually guarding the Triforce, if I'm not mistaken.
White
But the
sword.
white sword will help.
No, it's the room with the Staphos has got the Triforce.
Ah, okay. Well, so level 4, paying off in spades. This is the type of level that I want to find in my seeds right away. White sword, red ring, please and thank you.
And here is that room here. Take care of these 3, and you're on your way out of here. This seed is going to start picking up here for Crim. Panulphe is going to have to start finding some very good items in some of these dungeons that he's digging deep into, like this level 8, because Crim with this red ring and this white sword, he's going to start moving a whole lot faster. He doesn't have to worry about deaths quite as much as we've seen from these runners early on. So this seed is going to start picking up for Crim, and we are still looking for the raft. We're still looking for the recorder.
And it looks like, what is it, levels 1 and 5 are going to be recorder and raft blocked.
That's right.
With Crim heading into level 8, I think this is like the 5th time these racers have been high-fiving.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Panulphe, Crim has a whole lot more in his arsenal. He's got the bow. He doesn't have the arrows, but he's got the ladder. He's got the white sword. He's got the red ring. And take a look at that level 8. Oh my goodness. It is a segmented level 8, but it is just... That is an ugly looking level 8. Windy, twisting, full of just different routes you have to maybe decide on. As he waits for the Dodongo to leave his pen, finds out that that is a transport staircase. Comes out on the other side. This is a Wallmaster room up here on the top section of this level 8. One room away from where Crim is at this point.
Crim with a very nice bomb drop on that manhandle up.
And Crim getting to spend the bombs on these Dodongos. No drop in this room. Remember, Crim is still facing off with a 7 max bomb play at this point. "42 minutes in." If you're looking for a recap of what's been going on with this seed, you can see the items on the middle here. Panulphe spent all of about a couple of seconds in level 7, was bomb blocked out of there early on, couldn't do a whole lot in there. A bomb wall kept him away from the ladder in level 6. Crim, with the ladder in hand, has gone into level 4, pulling out the red ring after purchasing a blue ring and using it to such great use out of the blue Lamolas that guarded that red ring. Got the white sword. 4 Triforces for Crim, 2 Triforces for Panulphe. Crim leads the series 1-0, and the winner of this series plays the number 13 seeded Thurwolf in the second round of this tournament.
Now, early on, it's just been key locks, bomb blocks, and item management would definitely help you out in a seed like this.
This is a round 1 match here, Crim and Panulphe. And Crim wasn't really happy with how he felt he played first of all, he wasn't really happy with how he played through the qualifiers. He knows he's better than the seed that he ended up getting, and he has shown in previous tournaments of what he can do. It's just he's been having a real tough time getting it together on the combative side. But if Crim starts to piece things together combatively here as we move through this tournament, we see a heart container, the floor drop in this level 8. Watch out. He could actually be a force to watch. We see a shutter door so that we know this cannot be a staircase. And we do find out that the bombs do not work against the buyers.
Yeah, I've noticed in Discord, Crim has a lot of inside information on like how the game is coded, so very familiar with a lot of the inside info.
Yeah, he definitely has helped out with Fred on a lot of cases of coding this thing. He was part of the driving force that actually put together this shapes formula that we are playing here in this tournament. He did some testing. He did a lot of the stuff here, relayed some of the refinings to Fred, worked together, and before we know it, we had a new way of playing this game.
Infinite new ways of playing this game as well.
Absolutely. No dungeon is the same. Panulphe down to 1 bomb. Oh man, Handler stays away. This is just not going Panulphe's way. He is not having some luck whatsoever. And I think at this point, Panulphe is probably saying a few words in French that are not family friendly here on Spade Gaming 3 for what is nearly 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Probably not even family friendly for 10 o'clock Central European Time either.
Luckily, I don't speak French.
This is a first match of what is 2 matches going on at the same time. And a lot of matches going on today. We got a lot of matches going on tomorrow as the first and second rounds of this tournament start to really heat up.
These staircases still eluding us in level 8. Here's a potential.
This is what is really an annoying level than anything else. As Panulphe takes another overworld death. Now here's the thing that Crim has to double check. Did he kill all of the wall masters?
And wall masters love dropping clocks.
Yeah, they do. They drop it on the 6, and it always seems like their drop rate is stronger than it really needs to be. We do see the compass. We see another double block room, guarded by yet another Dodongo. This one is single. This one forcing Crim to spend his remaining bombs, but he's able to get 4 of them back. Gets to the second item, and we find one of our required items.
Very nice find. We will see shortly whether it's level 5 or level 1 underneath the Recorder Lake. But first, there's one more staircase item that Crim needs to grab out of here.
He also wants to grab that Triforce, or not that Triforce, the compass. He must have walked past the Triforce room if he's walked right by that.
Well, level 8 being one of the first dungeons we went into, both runners
that's
have the
right.
Triforce.
Yeah,
so.
the Triforce was early on, and maybe that's part of the reason why we haven't seen Panulphe come back in here, but Panulphe needs to get back to level 6. That ladder is what really is holding him back at this point in time. And we know Panulphe has the combat in him. He is also a vanilla speedrunner of this game. He has worked hard to getting his time down below the 37s. And the second item is just a heart container, but now that gives Crim maybe a chance of pulling out that magical sword, which is kind of funny when you already have the white sword.
It's still doubles your combat, so any chance you can, if he's in that area, you should definitely check that grave.
Crim is heading his way back over towards the level 7 area, which he will just grab this Triforce out of here now. He's seen both of the items in here. Then he will grab... So he just wants to get this Triforce, but the big purpose of this is on the way to the Recorder Lake that you just pulled out the Recorder for. Panulphe is back here in this level 8, trying to pull out these items. He probably has the thought that the major item that he is looking for is going to be in this dungeon. He's right in the aspect that it's going to be a big item, but maybe he was hoping for something like the ladder. Nice force bomb drop there for Panulphe. He needed that. And a chance to pick up some more right here. Crim picking up the bomb drop there with 5 bombs. Puts him back up to his maximum count of 7 because he ended up doing the Mugger Room. There's the Triforce for 7. So that is a very nice staircase. Puts him 1 room south of the Triforce. Here you go, game. Here you go. So we have levels 1 and 5 still to come. Get your guesses. What level you think we're going to find under Recorder Lake as we get ready to see Crim make his way on over? We'll get the chance to perhaps play Name That Tune here. And got to watch out for these red wish robes here on this screen. Even though we have the red ring, they can still pack a punch.
Yeah, I know Crim is hoping he finds level 1 underneath this lake here.
Yeah, you get 3 items as opposed to 2, and it's also the smaller dungeon that will allow him to do a whole lot more.
And whatever is here, I think this has to be the raft.
Level 1 is at level 7, so that means 5 is going to be at level 4. Perhaps hoping
his last key.
Perhaps hoping for a bomb upgrade indeed is the possibility. We've seen one of them so far. Panulphe killing, or rather Crim killing this, finds that it's the Triforce, gonna leave the room. That Gleeok will never show its face again. Here's the potential of the staircase here. Ropes rolled high. They ended up going +2 up to 3.
Staircase number 1
is a transport staircase.
The rule remains intact. Put them all the way down at the bottom. And no key to spend on that key door. He's headed elsewhere.
So he may be choosing to go ahead and spend money on that key as opposed to a bomb upgrade. Panulphe accidentally ended up going the wrong direction on the block, had to block clip his way into that staircase.
And keys, if Crim's is looking for him, is going to be in the vanilla arrow shops.
There are like 2 or 3 different kind of shops that do sell keys. He's got this one here for 104, thought about it for just a few moments, but has opted to pick up the key from there, and you hear the dull tones of, hey, you picked up a key.
Yeah, I think the shop just west of Vanilla Level 4 is our cheap key shop.
Panulphe finally going in the right direction inside of this level 8. Finds these great things called wall masters blocking his ability.
Thankfully, the wall masters remain inside the dungeons. Can you imagine if they were on the overworld and it took you back to start if you got grabbed?
Don't give Fred any ideas.
I've already suggested that to him. I don't think he
Don't
wants
give Fred any ideas. Heart container, one of the 4 drops in 1.
And already out of keys.
There's a key right there, and 3 key doors amongst 2 rooms. This here is pick your poison.
It's Going with door number 1. And
he's
finds
got
a
a
staircase.
And in this staircase, we got the
Any
any key. Nice.
He chose wisely.
find.
Just like Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, very wise choice with that door. Hang on.
Gonna tackle these Gibdos.
That is very rare, as chat's mentioning. Normally you have like 8 or 9 keys when you find any key.
Not in this case. That was what Crim needed to find as he continues to take care of this potential of a drop room. We've seen 2 of our 3 items here in this level 1. It is the map. Name that ink blot.
Looks like an elongated
There's the raft.
Tetris piece.
And now, Crim will be in Triforce. Oh, no, he's not. He still needs to find the silvers as Panulphe gets the recorder in level 8.
Yeah, he's in werewolf hunting mode. He needs to find that weapon to defeat those werewolves. And I'm looking at the tracker. I believe Crim grabbed the Triforce out of level 4. Can't imagine what would have stopped him.
He did.
Yeah, red ring, white sword were there, and Stalfos guarded the Triforce. So 1 more, and Crim will be headed up Death Mountain.
Yep, where we had Vanilla level 9 today. And here he goes onto the dock across the river. Panulphe, without a ladder in hand, he's going to be blocked from getting the 2nd item, or the 3rd item of this level 8.
Now, given that the Crim still is looking for the silvers, and level 5 is relatively small, especially compared to 9, I imagine he'll be hunting at least for the staircase.
Depends how many rooms in this Triforce is. If it becomes a deep thing here, then he's going to search for it. That there tells us that he just proves me wrong, because he's going to dig a little bit deeper here, and I can't blame him for this decision whatsoever.
Yeah, it looks like he's taken all the key doors. Might not be interested in opening up any bomb holes. It's going to continue along until he gets blocked.
But Crim at least wants to get the odds of it being in level 9 down. Gets the map. That is nice and helpful. Panulphe into level 1.
And that kind of looks like an odd vanilla level 1 shape.
That looks like a dinosaur to me.
Dinosaur, you say? Oh, okay, I see it now. Looks like man has taken out level 1.
Yeah, Crim's definitely going to check these both items out. Has not found either of the items in here just yet. Velociraptor, that's exactly what I was thinking myself. Trying to figure out the bomb wall that will get him to the southern section of this level 5. This could be the staircase item. If this is the silvers, Crim is going to be now in Triforce and Go mode. He's just got the 1 Triforce to pick up. It is not. It is the transport staircase. He does not want to take it. He wants to investigate these rooms properly. August 40th, there is no crying in Zelda.
Tell that to Panulphe.
I said crying, not screaming. Nice use of the bombs there on the gorillas there to take care of a few of them. Well, that leaves them without bombs.
But he finds a push block.
And it's the other end of that
Oh.
transport staircase.
And it looks like Panulphe might be purchasing some keys now as well. This is the cheap keys shop, 78. Gonna save a bit of money compared to Crim. And it has enough for one more.
Our container. First item in 5. Now he's just looking for a staircase. No bombs. Gonna have to do it the hard way with this manhandle. Thankfully, red ring, white sword's gonna make this a little easier. There's the reminder for him where the Triforce is after he gets through this room right here. But he's gonna try to kill these Skipdos. He wants to try to get some bombs off them. Does get some bombs. Maybe can get another pack of bombs here. He's at 9 on the global, 10 on the global. Doesn't get anything on the 1. It is the heart container.
So very good chances of picking up that magical sword if he wants to toot on his flute.
The only thing I don't have marked down here is a staircase item in level 6. That is the only thing I do not have marked down for what he is seeing, is that staircase item in level 6 as he grabs the Triforce. He's going to 9. And yes, that is an Onion Knight sprite, as Crim completes the Triforce at 1 hour in. On a seed that Panulphe has been kind of brutaled by a ladder block, key block, ladder block, key block, bomb block. It's been blocks aplenty here for our Frenchman Panulphe.
Not to mention the Wizrobes, Dark Nuts, and Pulse Voice on the overworld just lead into tons and tons of death for both runners. Crim taking that death right outside the White Sword Cave was the final straw before he opted to get the money for the blue ring.
Absolutely. And it paid off huge.
And Crim is taking a left towards the graveyard.
He has an 80% chance of picking up this magical sword. And he can wield it.
So making the Ganon fight as well as the combat in level 9 that much easier. Just 4 swings of the magical sword and Ganon will be taken out.
And judging by what we have seen so far for our enemy sets, it looks like we might probably see
Pancakes?
Well, maybe. We might see some pancakes.
I like
Are you going to
pancakes
IHOP?
with bacon.
This seed is not brought to you by the International House of Pancakes, although we are offering opportunities for you to do so. All rights reserved.
We got a troll in chat suggesting multiple Ganons in level 9. Please go away.
Panulphe needs to go to that room to the left here. That's his any key. That will solve some of his problems.
Yep, the any key.
We get Lionel's in 9.
The any key, I hope, takes him into level 4 where he gets his offensive and defensive upgrades.
There it says any key. That will help. But how much time remains
we have
as we
Ganon
find
in
a
Ganon's
third
room.
Ganon.
And that was a little bit masked due to the manhandle right next door.
So now, now Crim is going to head straight up. And you can hear an audio clip when you walk into that manhandle room. Thankfully, the Zulls are 2 HP, which will help clear them out a little bit faster. Crim needs the silvers. It's a 66% chance that they are here. If they're not here, it's the staircase in 6 that will hold on to that item. Here's a single shuttered door to the right. Crim's gonna clear this out. We found Zelda.
Wow. Alright, just hunting down those silvers. Unfortunately, the old men in here will not be giving us any locations to where those might be.
Here's a reverse C room. Could this be where our silvers are?
Always clear out your reverse C rooms.
It is a push block. But is this the right staircase? Or is this going to be one of a minimum of 12? No,
Oh my
it's the
gosh.
silver arrows. It's in the reverse C. And Crim now will go kill the pig and save the princess. He's about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes tops, away from moving on to face Thurwolf in round 2 of this single elimination best of 3 tournament.
Yeah, that's one of the quickest level 9s I've seen in quite some time.
First staircase, too.
Yep, Ganon just a few rooms, 2 rooms north. Zelda a few more rooms north, and the silver's just right in Crim's path.
And here we go. It's time for us to serve some breakfast. You want some bacon August 40th? It's gonna take 4 magical sword hits to kill Ganon.
Yep, I'm pretty hungry. 3,
So too is Crim.
4. Yum.
That's it. We have ourselves some bacon and Crim. Can he go to the north? Can he get to Zelda's room from here? Magical sword was 10.
That's a great find for Panulphe.
Yeah, it is, but it's going to be too little too late. Can't get to the princess from there. Just got to work his way around. Just a few rooms around here. And Crim will be moving on to the next round. Dispatching his bombs. He does not need them anymore. Leaves a bomb behind in this next room here. Leaves a dead center. Probably going to serve one up for the princess here. And Crim will be facing off against Thurwolf in the next round of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2019 tournament. Get your GGs in chat for CrimsonAvix. 105.34 is his time.
An amazing race. Definitely making up for his low seeds, at least in his mind. I know he wanted to improve his showing for this tournament. So great job on CrimsonAvix's part. But the next round, Thurwolf, it's not going to be an easy race. It's certainly going to be an exciting race to watch. But both those racers are top tier for sure. Unfortunately, Panulphe just getting trolled by some of the item management early on. As we mentioned before, key locks, bomb holes just blocking the way for Panulphe. As I believe that is an indication that we have been joined by the winner of the race, CrimsonAvix. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we'll get down to the nitty-gritty of this race. First of all, deadly overworld.
Yeah, basically everything that was in the overworld today was in the underworld in our first match that took forever. So, yeah. I was kind of happy to see it on the overworld, and then I saw that blue Wizrobe screen southeast of one, and I'm like, okay, maybe not.
So the big difference here is you found a path in level 6 that went around a bomb wall or a key door or something of that regards. You walked away with 6 with a ladder. That's something that Panulphe never had, and he's been stymied by key blocks, by bomb blocks, by ladder blocks all throughout this seed. And he's been having a real rough go as Panulphe has thrown in the towel here in this level 5. So we put our GGs in here for our Frenchman Panulphe. We'll get him in here if he wants to talk about it in just a few moments. So the big play for you, buying that blue ring. That saved you against the Lambo in level 4 that dropped the red ring.
Yeah, early on I decided, just with some of the difficulty that I was having, I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to let this be a slog where I die over and over and over again. When I saw the blue ring price was $231, and I knew that I had the capability of getting 2 large secrets, I just decided immediately, we're just going to grab the blue ring and hope for the best. So that actually worked out well.
Yeah,
So,
it worked out very well.
you bought that blue ring, and you were down to 1 heart against that blue Lambola in level 4. You got a heart drop, and you were barely able to pick that up before the other one dealt you that heart damage that would have killed you.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for iframes, because I managed to hit both Lamola at the same time, so the iframes allowed me to swing my sword, pick up the heart, and run away before I got hit again.
So that was an interesting seed. Now you were down to either the staircase item in level 6 or the 2 items in level 9. You chose to go level 9. How happy were you to find the silvers in the first staircase you checked in level 9?
Yeah, I really just didn't want to have to go back to any of the levels. And I mean, at that point, it's 66% chance, but I was getting worried. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not even seeing staircases. So by the time I hit them, I'm gonna sit there and find all the transports before I find any items. And
And lo and behold, reverse C, here they are, silver arrows in 9, and you already know where Ganon and Zelda are.
Yeah, the Zelda and Ganon path was very, very nice. But I can say, actually, the biggest fist pump that I gave was the any key in 1.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And we welcome in Panulphe into the conversation, who had the same key issues as you did, ended up having to buy some from shops.
Yeah, some like 4 or 5. I can't remember. Yeah, it was terrible. I couldn't get it started. And once I found the key in level 1, yeah, okay, I said, why not? I got the magic sword. And then I realized that it was over. So I say, okay, it's a bit late, so let's not finish this one.
I mean, that was amazing, the fact that that magical sword turned out to be 10 hearts.
Yeah.
The one big thing that you ended up having some issues with was level 6. Crim found a path and found the floor drop. It was the ladder.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I gave up on 6. I don't know why, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, 8 did you both wrong. And what in the world was that ink blot in 8?
We had to take 2 staircases because I was key blocked. So I had to go through the first one, then through the second one, and then there was the recorder, but then I was ladder blocked to find the second item. Yeah, lost too much time. I died too much. Yeah, well, GG, Crim, you deserve your wins.
Thanks. Yeah. In terms of that ink blot in 8, Rick, the thing that scared me is I'm like, I have to go back into 7 for the Triforce, and that's going to be ugly in itself.
Oh, true.
So,
and then you were happy to find the first staircase that you took in that level 7 took you 1 room south of the Triforce. Oh, hi!
Yeah, that was very fortunate. Like, when I needed to find the Triforces, they were easily accessible. So it wasn't a matter of that. It was definitely the items in this seed. And also, I guess we should mention that the ink blot in 5 was 100% the most accurate dinosaur T-Rex ink blot.
I said it was a dinosaur! I said it was a dinosaur!
I can confirm.
Anyways, so unfortunately for Panulphe, we have to say goodbye to you as one of our Frenchmen of this tournament here.
No problem.
Sad to see you go. I know you're
Yeah,
going
it
to be
was
still
fun
around
all the
here
way.
helping us out with your baguettes and whatnot.
Yeah, it was fun all the way, so that's why I joined. And yeah, it's over, but no problem. I will watch some of the games later on, and I can't wait to see the finals.
And I know you're going to probably do some more stuff behind the scenes to wrangle in some more Frenchmen to push your fellow Frenchman Janet to the finish line.
Yeah. I will cheer for him and everybody else. Anyways, it was fun.
So anything you want to say to Crim and the remainder of the admin team before you go?
Yeah, I want to say thanks for this tournament, and I want to wish Cream the best for the rest of the tournament. And thanks everyone for having us on this stream.
Yeah, thanks, Pan. I'm definitely going to need the luck against
So next up for Crim, he has the number 13 seed Thurwolf. Your thoughts on that group?
I need to get better if I'm going to stand a chance. I need to actually play more than just, occasionally. So I'll probably be practicing a little bit.
Well, we'll see how it goes. You got a couple of weeks to get those matches in. The number 52 seed Crim versus the number 13 seed Thurwolf in the second round. GG's to both of you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks
Have a good day, everyone, and good nights.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Ciao.
All right, that's going to do it for us here with the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2019 tournament here on Speed Gaming 3. We got a whole slew of matches still to go today. Going to be a fun day. We got a double header going over on Speed Gaming 2 by Natibato and by D's Dad 707. That's going on over at Speed Gaming 2 right now with Caven and El Soa on the call. Coming up tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, Magic Friends versus Ex-Russian Bishop. That's going to be on Randomania 2. Then 9 o'clock Eastern, Bogey Smalls versus Noraistra at 9 o'clock Eastern over on Randomania. That's got Laz Cardspan 23 and Melquire on the call for that. And they'll do game 2 right after that at around 10:30. And then also coming up tonight here on Speed Gaming, we got Bruce Fan JP versus Shaitan. That's 10 o'clock Eastern. They'll be doing a double header. And also at 11 o'clock Eastern, Truant Gamer versus Chrono JJ at 11 o'clock. And you're back on the call for that one in about 7 hours from now.
Yep. Assuming we can locate a restreamer.
It's going to be on one of the Speed Gaming channels. It's going to be on one of the Speed Gaming channels. Just these channels to be determined at this point.
Gotcha. Well, I just wanted to definitely shout out to the runners. Thanks for racing. I always love watching these, calling these. It's tons of fun. Of course, thanks to the restreamer behind the scenes, and of course, Adirondack Rick, Fred Coughlin, and everyone else involved in the Zelda 1 Randomizer. It's been an absolute blast ever since I discovered this. So tons of thanks.
Also, shout outs to Boletta or Tracker behind the scenes, who I will be saying friendly words for now, but in about, 24 plus 6 hours from now, 30 hours, the gloves are off. Round 2 match between her tomorrow begins at 10 o'clock Eastern.
Good luck to both y'all.
We'll see. It's on. Definitely it's on. All right, we'll see you guys over at Speed Gaming 2 for the continuation of that doubleheader. Thanks for joining us here. Have yourselves a great afternoon. Goodbye, everyone.